Hello everyone, very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Varsha Ma'am, and in this particular session, we are going to discuss the current affair events which is relevant for your NABARD Grade A examination for the portion Agriculture and Rural Development, right? So the aspirants who are in the class, please let me know that my voice is clearly audible to everyone and the sound is and the screen is clearly visible to you guys so that we can start our today's session in a very relaxed manner, in a very healthy manner. Am I clearly audible and visible to you guys? And how's the preparation going on? So before going forward, before starting today's session, I want to wish you all happy Independence Day, right? Am I clear? So let's start our today's discussion. Let's continue here. Uh, just give me a second. Yeah, here you can see aspirants. What you have to do, you have to install the application of Oliveboard, okay, so that you will get the PDFs of YouTube classes, and there are so many important batches. Mock tests are available for your better preparations on the application of Oliveboard, okay. And as this year we are celebrating 79th Independence Day, so on this auspicious occasion, we are providing you 60% off on all the regulatory exam subscription. User code IDA and start with the 60% discount. Take the admission in the batches and start our preparations with us. And this is your NABARD Grade A 2025 batch. Okay, so let's start today's classes. Let's talk about it. So here we have to start our discussion with World Lion Day. Okay, World Lion Day was on 10th of August 2025. Okay, so there are so many important events that happened in the last week of August 2025 that we have to cover in today's session. But before going forward, I want to tell you one thing. See, there was one event, like when we talk about the news article of July 2025, we have to remember ICAR Foundation Day, we have to remember NABARD Foundation Day, and other than that, we discussed about the Project Tiger and all. Okay, Project Tiger was on 29th of July, is known as the World Tiger Day. Similarly, World Lion Day is recognized on 10th of August 2025. Why? Basically, a specific day is decided to create our awareness among the general public about the population of a wild animal so that we can take efforts to protect it, we can take effort to conserve their territories so that we will live in harmony with the wildlife. Okay, so on that basis, these specific days are recognized. Okay, yeah, Sekara Pandian. Yes, let me tell you one thing. See, we are sure that the notification will release for this year. Okay, there is nothing like the notification will not release, but due to some XYZ reason, there is some delaying in the notification. Okay, but if now they are we are getting the notification delayed, but it doesn't mean that you will get an extended period for your preparation. You will get a sum of 30 to 35 days after the notification to cover the syllabus of your phase 1 examination. Okay, so we can assure that the notification will definitely release. Due to some reason, it get delayed, but it doesn't mean it will not release. Okay, so don't think about it that this notification will release or not. Notification will definitely release. Okay, so here we have to talk about the World Lion Day, which is on 10th of August 2025. Okay, so let's talk about it. So where this particular day was celebrated this year? So this year it was celebrated at Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. So it can be a question. Where is Barda Wildlife Sanctuary located? So it is located in Gujarat. Okay, and during the celebration, like which particular ministry is present there, who the minister of which particular department was there? Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It was in collaboration with Forest and Environment Department, Government of Gujarat, and they took a step. And yeah, and Gujarat Chief Minister was also there. So you should know the name of, like when we talk about the World Wildlife Day. Okay, World Wildlife Day. World Wildlife Day is recognized on 3rd of March. Okay, and that time it was celebrated in Gir Forest. Now, when we talk about the World Lion Day, it is celebrated on 10th of August, and where it was celebrated, it was at Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. And who were ministers that were present during the celebration time? Gujarat Chief Minister, and he is Shri Bhupender Patel. Okay, another news. Other than that, the Minister, Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, who is he? He is Bhupendra Yadav, Shri Bhupendra Yadav, and Gujarat Forest Minister Shri Mulubhai Bera. Okay, you should know the names of the ministers as well. Okay, because the questions from the minister's name can also be asked in your examination. Okay, now moving further. Another important points about it, what's the aim? Like why specific days are recognized as World Lion Day, World Tiger Day, World Elephant Day, Snow Leopard Day? Why? To raise awareness about the conservation and protection of lions worldwide. Okay, so that we can take specific measures, and this is to, like, for example, we have the annual examination. You are preparing for NABARD Grade A examination. You will do examination, then you will be shortlisted for phase 2, then for the psychometric test, then for the interview, and then the final merit list will be out. Why there's no way? Why they are not recruiting you on the basis of first come first serve? There is a need of some analysis. Now there's a need to know about like who is having the right potential or not. Similarly, when specific programs are launched, specific missions are started, Project Lion was there, Project Elephant was there, like how the project is working. Are we meeting the target that we had decided? To know about the targets, to know about our purposes, a specific like days are organized, specific reports are produced. Okay, so another is Asiatic lion is a unique biological and cultural treasure, and only found in, where it is found, it in is in Saurashtra region. Okay, and organized across 11 districts of Saurashtra. So this particular Lion Day celebration was organized in 12 districts of Saurashtra, Gujarat, to promote awareness about the conservation and protection of the king of the jungle. So which animal is known as a king of the jungle? We know it from our childhood days. It is Asiatic lion. Okay, and these majestic animals roam freely in their natural habitats across approximately 35,000 square kilometers in 11 districts of Saurashtra. In May 2025, you can check the current affairs of May 2025. I gave you the brief explanation or the detailed explanation of Asiatic lion census. Okay, so during that census, it was mentioned that there are 891 Asiatic lions in India, and in Gujarat, the lion population has increased by 32% since 2020, raising. So in 2020, the population was 674, and now its population is 891. It is important data. Please mention. Okay. Another important point, let's talk about Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. So one wildlife sanctuary or the forest area which is important for Asiatic lion is a Gir forest area, and the another one is Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. So Barda Wildlife Sanctuary is considered as a second home for Asiatic lion. First home is Gir forest, second home is Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, so the total area of Barda Wildlife Sanctuary is 192.31 square kilometer, and it's across Porbandar and Devbhoomi Dwarka districts. And after the, it was not like that we reintroduce the lions at Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. No, they naturally migrate to the Barda Wildlife Sanctuary in the year 2023. Okay, and the lion population has grown to 17 here. So now in Barda Wildlife Sanctuary, the lion population is 17, which is including 6 adults and 11 cubs. Okay. Next is, the sanctuary is a significant biodiversity hotspot, like because it is having a good diversity and good population of Asiatic lions, and it's a key area for the conservation, because if we want to conserve the Asiatic lion population in our country, we want it to go to the higher level, we need to give our emphasis on the protection and the conservation of these areas. Okay, and now it is very important, wildlife conservation works amounting to about 180 crore launched at the event. So during that celebration, Okay, during their celebration, wildlife conservation works amounting to about 180 crore lakhs launched at the event. Okay. Now, very good evening. Very good evening. Huh. Yeah, we are Ajad. Huh. We are free. Chaliye. So, but you have to prepare for a competitive examination. Okay, you should not think that as we inherited freedoms because of our like foreparents, grandparents struggle, freedom struggle. Similarly, we'll get a job. No, we have to sacrifice our number of hours, we have to struggle, we have to prepare for the competitive examination, we have to do efforts, then only we'll get the success. ठीक है, तो हमारे जो पूर्वज हैं उन्होंने हमारे जो ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स है, बिकॉज माई ग्रैंड फादर वॉज ऑल्सो देयर इन द 1972 वॉर टाइम, एंड माई फादर उस टाइम पे कारगिल के टाइम पे 1999 में वहीं पर पोस्टेड थे, तो आई नो अबाउट दिस थिंग्स। ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इसी तरह से विल गेट द जॉब ऑल्सो, नो वी नीड टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल। ठीक है, जो जेंजी है उनको भी समझने की जरूरत है दैट दिस इज अ टाइम दैट दे हैव टू पे ऑफ। ठीक है, और वो कैसे, दैट वी हैव टू be in the right direction and we have to prepare, we have to study hard. Okay, now let's talk about the topic. So under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, a grand program for farmers safety and crop insurance claim payments held in Rajasthan. Okay, so let's talk about this program. See, there are so many specific programs, okay, government's policies, national cooperative policies, some other policies which are in picture nowadays. Okay, somewhere will think that the steps that the government is taking and the things that we are looking or we are seeing around us, they are not in par with the development or the economic development of the nation. But like yeah, there are so many things that we are observing and we have some questions in our mind, but we have to work towards them ताकि हम वो questions का solution पा सके। ठीक है, so let's talk about it. So what is it? So recently, what happened on 11th of August, a historic crop insurance claim disbursement event was organized. ठीक है, where in Jhunjhunu, Rajasthan. अच्छा, झुंझुनू राजस्थान में ही जो आपका नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन मिशन है ना, नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन मिशन जब लॉन्च हुआ था, इट वाज आल्सो लॉन्च्ड इन झुंझुनू राजस्थान। ओके, so a historic crop insurance claim disbursement event was organized under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, and who was a chairperson during that specific event? So this event was chaired by Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and Rural Minister for Rural Development, and who is he? Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, and Rajasthan Chief Minister Shri Bhajan Lal Sharma. They are the chief guests. Okay. Yeah, the thing that matters is, yeah, getting a good job, getting a good knowledge. Okay. See, like thinking about the reputed institutions, they're also providing us a quality education. It depends upon the individuals who are taking admission there. Are they utilizing all the resources that are meant for them, that we are providing to them? Or just they are getting the knowledge, or they are just reading the books and they're not getting the practical exposure. There's so many things that are mixed up at the same time, one at the same time. Okay. The one thing that matters to you is getting a good knowledge, getting a practical exposure, getting a better understanding of the things that are going around us. Okay. Finding out or realizing your true side, like what is the thing that is best for you, where you can excel well. Okay, following the flocks or the people, like what they are doing, I'll do the same thing. It's not work well in a long run. Okay, you have to identify what is your true potential, and then in the same direction you have to work for. There's so many things that you have to think about. Okay, now moving forward, so this is one or the another thing. It is clear. Just a second. Huh? Yeah. Another important thing that was happened. So for the first time in the country, this is very important to mention. This is for the first time in the country. Over rupees 3,200 crops in crop insurance claim payment on 11th of August, digitally transferred via direct benefit transfer to the bank accounts of more than 30 lakh farmers. Okay, so this is for the first time. Rupees 32 crore in crop insurance claims repayment that was directly transferred to the bank accounts of more than 30 lakh farmers, and out of this over rupees 1100 crore disbursed to more than 7 lakh farmers in Rajasthan. Okay, and according to Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, under the state wise, this data is important. This data is important under, if we talk about the state-wise distribution, like how much fund of the crop insurance claim payment is done to which particular state. So highest payment is received by the farmers in Madhya Pradesh, that is rupees 1156 crore. Then in Rajasthan, that is nearly 1121 crore. Then in farmers in Chhattisgarh received rupees 150 crore, and the farmers in other states get rupees 773 crore directly. Okay, so this is for all other states, remaining states. Okay, now moving forward, if it all, yeah, during that time, what was a major concern and the points that was discussed? So, Union Agriculture Minister informed that the government of India has implemented. So, we had implemented. Government of India has worked upon a simplified claim settlement system in farmers' interest. That is for farmers' interest. Like farmers will get benefit from it, where claim can be paid proportionately based only on the central subsidy without waiting for the state's premium contribution. Okay, now under this, the government has taken a step ahead, like the farmers who are in a need. Okay, there will be a paid proportionality based on the central subsidy. Okay, there where claim can be paid proportionality based on the central subsidy without waiting now the state premiums contribution, without waiting for that. And from the Kharif season, Kharif 2025, like from this particular season, if the state government delays its subsidy, like state government, that particular subsidy is decided on certain like seeds or basic inputs, and if the state government is delaying in it, state government will be penalized at 12%. And similarly, if insurance companies delay payment, they are not giving the right payment to the farmers at the right time, farmers will receive a 12% penalty. They will receive 12% penalty that that the government will collect from the state governments. Okay, so that's how this is a way like we, for example, we notice that now negative reinforcement. Okay, so here also now it is decided that we will work on a negative reinforcement. Like if you will delay the payment, you will get penalized by 12%. And if the insurance companies will delay payment, the farmers will receive a 12% penalty. Okay. Now, another thing. Another important point that was mentioned in recent years, there are so many technological developments that has occurred for the farmers' benefit. Like we have the Yes Tech, we have the Winds portal, we have AIDE mobile app, we have Krishi Raksak portal, helpline number like 14447. They are implemented. And these are not only helping the farmers in claim settlement space, they are also creating a transparency system because they are the digital platforms. And they're also providing the farmers with the more accurate data related to the weather, like what are the weather conditions that are prevailing in the nearby area, which particular crop the farmer will choose as per the climatic conditions of the area. And this also provides farmers with registration facilities at the village level. Okay, and this Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, where the crop insurance is done, it empowers farmers for their hard work. Like farmers are doing the hard work because like all over the year, but all of a sudden the natural calamity occur and so all crop fail. So that will help the farmers to pay the farmer for their hard work, and that's how it will strengthen the resolve of building an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Like our farmers will get the insurance for their crop. Okay. Next is, yeah, this is another event. Let's talk about this event. What comes under this? So as we are talking about, we are on our way to we are on a way and we are moving towards becoming the Atmanirbhar. Okay. So historic step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, foundation laying ceremony of Brahma BEML Rail Manufacturing Hub. Project worth 1800 crore in Umaria, Vidisha Parliamentary Constituency MP. Okay, so this is a historic step. Okay, we are trying to become self-reliant, Atmanirbhar in everything, whether it's about the agriculture production, whether it's about the seafood, whether it's about the cotton production, whether it's about the pulses, or similarly, whether it's about the rail manufacturing hub project. So we had laid a foundation stone or a laying ceremony of Brahma BEML Rail Manufacturing Hub project. Where it is? It is in Umaria, Vidisha Parliamentary Constituency, Madhya Pradesh. So signaling a major stride towards the nation's self-reliance, Government of India laid the foundation stone for the 1800 crore Brahma BEML Rail Manufacturing Hub, which is to be established in Umaria village of Obeidulganj within Bhojpur Assembly of the Vidisha Parliamentary Constituency in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Yes, very good. That means you guys are reading very good. I'm happy that, yeah. So their new Vande Bharat and Amrit Bharat coaches will be manufactured. Yes. Yeah, the same thing. Okay. So during that foundation laying ceremony, like the delegates were present there, Union Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh, local MP and Union Minister Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav. Several dignitaries were present at the event, while Railway Minister Shri Ashwani Vaishnav. So they were present there. Okay. And this modern plant will offer world-class facilities for the design, manufacture, assembly, and testing of like Vande Bharat metro coaches along with defense products as well. Okay. Now another important point. So during that time, yeah, it is a parliamentary consistency of Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji. So he mentioned that we are blessed to adopt Swadeshi. Now it is our moral responsibility to use the products which are made in India and which are for India. Okay, whether it's a food, clothing, oil, shampoo, and cosmetics, whatever we buy for our home, that should be made in India. Okay, if the 1.44 billion Indians they will start adopting Swadeshi, so our economy will become stronger. We will. This is what it means to live for the country. Okay, so this was a one addressing during the laying foundation laying ceremony. Another address was farmers' interests are paramount, no compromise. Okay, it means that farmers' interest should be considered at the top. Okay, if there is any international agreement that can harm the farmers' interest, will not go for that agreement. Will deny that agreement. Okay, so our all agreements should be for the interest of the farmers. Okay, because if a personal price has to be paid, the interest of the farmer, fishermen, and livestock raiders will be safeguarded. We need to focus about the like they are the primary producers, now the farmers, fishermen, and the livestock raiders. So their interest should be safeguarded. Okay. Another point that was mentioned: regional development and new employment opportunities. There's a need to think about the we need to talk about the regions, how we can develop a specific region. If a specific region have some peculiar features or a specific thing that there's a need to take steps to publish it to the public, okay, or to popularize it. So the new employment opportunities will be created in a specific area, and the people of that area will remain in that area only because they are getting the employment opportunities there. They will not feel the need to move to any other area. Okay, so there's a need to take certain steps in this direction. So Mandi Deep Industrial Area hosts 752 operational units with export worth rupees 20,000 crore. Okay, and if this Brahma BEML Railway Manufacturing Hub project, if it will be established, the region's economic base will increase to many folds. Okay. Now this is all about it. Now moving on the next news. So that is the news of outcome of COP29. Okay, conference of parties held, and they decide certain objectives that they have to take care of or that they have to focus upon. So what are the objectives or what are the outcomes of conference of parties 29? So yeah, this is very important news because India had expressed it disappointments. Okay, India is not agreeing with the point that was mentioned here. What were they? So India had expressed its disappointment with the new collective quantified goal NCQG outcomes of COP19 at Baku, as it does not address the needs and the priorities of developing countries. Why our country shows a disagreement with this COP29? Because the needs and the priorities of developing countries was not addressed there and is incompatible with the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities and equity. Okay, so that's why India expressed its disappointment towards this COP29. Okay, and another thing, the mobilization target of US dollar 300 billion annually by 2035 is substantially insufficient to address the financing needs of developing nations. So under this, the financing needs of the developing nations were not mentioned, they were not addressed, which are estimated to be between US dollar 5.1 to 6.8 trillion for up to 2030, or US dollar 455 to 584 billion per year by the Standing Committee on Finance under United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So that was a region that we express that we are disappointed with this agreement, okay, or this conference of parties. Another important point, further the categorization of, so during that conference of parties that held at Baku, the categorization of climate related outflows and financial efforts by multilateral development banks, they are contributing to US dollar 300 billion goals, would include contribution from developing. So it will include the contribution from developing countries which are shareholders in multilateral development bank. Despite this, UNFCCC and its Paris Agreement mandating that developed countries provide and take lead in mobilizing climate finance for development. Why? See, if you are considered to include contribution there, and in one way you are included to give their contribution, in another way you are not considered at well. So someone have to come forward to show the disappointment. Na? So India has come forward to show the disappointment towards this conference of parties that recently held. Okay, and it was 29th conference of parties which held at Baku. Okay, another point is India has submitted its view on the Baku to Belém roadmap to 1.3T, and it is mentioned that the roadmap must reflect the perspective and concern. So there should be the mentioning of the perspectives, the concern, the finance conditions, and the needs, okay, of the developing country parties, and its suggestion must adhere to the principles of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and its Paris Agreement, including equity, common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities, and the principle of Article 9.1 of the Paris Agreement. Okay, so this news is very important. You might have any question related to this. It means I feel like this is important, that's why I mentioned it. Now, we know about the circular economy. Do you know, guys, what is circular economy? Have you heard about the term circular economy before? Yeah. Please let me know in the comment box and we will move forward. What do you mean by circular economy? Any idea? Yeah, the students who are there in the please mention in the comment box what do you mean by circular economy. Then I'll start giving you explanations related to this. Okay, we'll talk about. Okay, let's start our discussions related to this. Yeah, here we go. So recently we start our discussions about the circular economy. Okay, so the sectors like renewable energy, energy efficiency, sustainable agriculture, environmental conservation, sectors that are addressing environmental concern, and schemes like Smart City Mission, National Solar Mission, they have the potential of engaging green skilled workforce. So the sectors that are mentioned here in this paragraph, the schemes that are mentioned here in this paragraph, we are talking about the resources, we are talking about the energy components which are renewable, which will not end, which will always keep on providing other resources in the long run. Okay. So similarly, circular econ. Okay, I'll explain, no worries, I'll explain this. Yeah. So recently, our target is to boost the sectors. Okay, one, they are not causing any negative environment to negative effect on our environment, and the second is they will also keep on providing us energy, like unlimited source of energy, or the renewable, like never-ending or non-exhaustive sources of energy. Okay, these missions and these schemes have the potential of engaging green skilled workforce, right? Now, new products or services based on repair. So we are working on the principle of repair, refurbishment, or recycling. They are the new markets which have a wide array of jobs. So this comes under the circular economy. Okay. Uh, I think it is a horizontal or the vertical economy. This is a one basis. Another one is the circular economy. It comes in the economy portion generally. Circular economy, because we had discussed about the circular economy before also. Like whatever the product you are using, okay, it will not get directly when it will not be of any use to us. Okay, it will not just add the pollution to the environment. We can repair it, we can refurbish it, we can recycle it so that its effects on the environment can be reduced to a good extent. Okay, its impact on the environment can be reduced to a good extent. So these are the new market which may have a wide array of jobs for minimally skilled roles in waste collection. So the individuals who are having minimum skills, they will also have a work, okay, like the waste collection, semi-skilled role in repair, and the individuals who are like aware about certain things, they will have a role in repairing, refurbishment, and recycling. And highly skilled individuals will have a role in designing and re-engineering, like the product that they have collected, like it is recollected and it will be designed and re-engineered, and then it will come to the public in a new format. So that is a circular economy. Now the concept is clear. Give me a thumbs up that the concept is clear to you. Okay, like the thing that comes to you, it when it will be of no use, or you had taken the maximum benefit of it, so it will not directly go to the environment and cause pollution to the environment. No, it can be repaired, refurbished, and recycled. Okay, so its impact on the environment, negative impact on the environment, to it can be reduced to a good extent. Right? Clear? Now moving further. So as per estimate, recycling of every 10,000 tons of waste product generates approximately 115 jobs. Right? This is good, like something, the waste that is collected, that is giving the job and that is helping us to get the employment. Okay. And the role of state and union territory government is very important for providing improved working conditions and income stability to enhance the contribution of informal sector. So these are the informal sector workers now. So it's the role of the state and the central government, state and the union territory governments, that they should provide improve like the working conditions from where they are collecting the waste or these resources. So they will have good working conditions and they will have income stability in it. Okay, and integration of waste management in recycling sector in it. Okay. Several state and union territories have equipped trained self-help groups for waste collection, sorting, and transportation. And for example, Kerala have Harit Karma Sena. Chhattisgarh have Swachhta Didis. Odisha have women self-help groups. Maharashtra has Swachh cooperatives. So these are some help groups which are working in this direction to collect all this waste. Okay, to recycle it, to refurbish it, to repair it, and then to design and re-engineering on it. Right? Another thing. Now there are total over 300 sector skill councils which are facilitating need-based training programs. Like this particular waste is collected, how to use it further, how to reform it or refurbish it so that it can help them to get a good market value again. Okay, so for that now we have over 300, over 30 sector councils, and Over 4 lakh candidates have been certified under Skill Councils for Green Job, which is one of the sector skill councils. And the Mission Life, we know about the Mission Life. It's related with our environment conservation. We discussed about it during the World Environment Day. So that also emphasized that the importance of circular economy. So these are the principles of circular economy, which I has explained there. Okay, so these are the core principles of circular economy. First thing, we need to reduce the waste that we are generating. Second is whatever the waste we are generating, we can repair it, we can recycle it, we can reuse it, so that the thing that will be finally released in the environment, that will cause list of the negative impact on our environment. Okay, so it should be reduced in such a manner. Okay. Now the country's projected waste generation in year 2030 and 2050 presents a huge opportunity to transform waste from environment bad to economic good. Now the concept is clear to you. We are targeting such a manner like the waste that we are collecting from the environment, because it can cause a negative impact on the environment, and we are converting it in such a manner that it will economic good, because it will help in generating income to one set of the people. Okay. Next is, now government has identified. So in this manner, like the commodities, like the specific areas that are coming under the circular economy, that are helping the individuals who are having minimal of skills, who are coming under the informal sector, that they are providing them employment opportunities. So there are total 11 focus areas that are considered under this category. And what are these 11 focus areas? They are solid waste, plastic waste, e-waste, battery waste, liquid waste, used oil, waste tire, end of life vehicles waste, metal scrap, construction and demolition waste, and hazardous waste, for promoting the circular economy. See, this topic is news nowadays. And that's why we can say that this topic is important for your exam. Like if you have any question related to circular economy in your examination, whether it is from the ESI portion or the ARD portion, you can mention these informations there. Okay. Now moving forward, circular economy has a potential to create additional 33 lakh employment, adding to the current 50 lakhs in a wide range of roles for diverse skill sets. And there's a significant progress. So recently we are observing there's a significant progress is observed in the skilling, training, and there's a need to address challenges like infrastructure, investment, technology, skills, and informal sector integration. Okay. So this is all about it. I had mentioned so many important things related to this. And if we want to implement the circular economy, we know about the core principles of circular economy. We know about the 11 focus areas of the circular economy. And if we want to boost it up, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has notified regulations on market-based extended producer responsibility in respect of plastic packaging waste, battery waste, e-waste, waste tires, used oil, end of life vehicles, construction and demolition waste, and non-ferrous metal stuff. Okay, so they have notified regulations on market based. So this is important. Next is implementation of. So if this EPR framework, this is important, extended producers responsibility. Okay, if this extended producers responsibility framework, if it will be implemented, what it do, it will create a sustainable ecosystem. How? For environmentally sound management of, like the waste that we are generating, that will be environmentally sound. It will not cause more harm to the environment, and it will provide additional revenues, and it will promote integration of informal recycling sector like into formal sector, and along with recovery of resources from the waste. The resources will be recovered from the waste, and they will be used for other purposes then. Okay. Another important news. So e-waste management. So it was also a question in the parliament, and certain information were provided in this regard also. So e-waste management, let's talk about what is it. Okay, we need to manage the e-waste because in under the circular economy, under the 11 core focus areas of the circular economy, there was also the mentioning of the e-waste. So there's a need to manage the e-waste because it can the radiations released from the e-waste, and it will not we call it as disintegrate itself. So there is a need to manage it. So let's talk about it. So what are the important points in this direction? Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has comprehensively, e-waste management rule 2016 was comprehensively revised and notified the e-waste management rules 2022 in November 2022. And the same is in force since 1st April 2023. Okay, so this is in force and these rules are regulating. So what these rules are doing, the rules mentioned under the e-waste management rules 2022 are regulating 106 electrical and electronic equipment EEE listed in Schedule 1 of the said rules, including, so what are included under this? Discarded mobile phones, computers and UPS systems. Okay, and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has notified. So in the year 2022, it has notified the battery waste management rules on 24th of August 2022 to ensure environmentally sound management. So these waste batteries, they should be managed in an environmentally eco-friendly manner, environmentally sound manner. Okay, and the rules cover all types of batteries. So all the batteries are covered under this battery waste management rules, like the batteries of electrical vehicles, EV batteries, portable batteries, automotive batteries, and industrial batteries. All the batteries will be covered in this. And under the rules, the producers of the batteries, including the importers from where the batteries are collected, have been given mandated extended producer responsibility targets for collection and recycling or refurbishment. Like we talk about the extended producer responsibility in our last portion of circular economy. So similarly, as per these rules, extended this also as a responsibility of the producer. Okay, to collect the batteries and to recycle them or refurbish them. Right now, another point about this extended producer responsibility framework under the battery waste management rules 2022 prohibits disposal of waste batteries in landfills. Like the producer, they cannot dispose, they are not allowed to dispose of waste batteries in the landfills. They have to repair it, refurbish it. So whenever they are working on manufacturing of the batteries, they have to look at the products they are using for the manufacturing of the products, manufacturing of the batteries. Okay. So this is important. This is very important. Now they are not allowed to dispose of the waste batteries in the landfills, right? Directly. Central Pollution Control Board has issued the Standard Operating Procedure (SOP) for lead acid battery recycling, specifying the measure for safe draining of hazardous fluids, the batteries which are basically used in our inverters. Okay, so SOP for lead acid battery recycling has issued, which specifying that specific measures should be used to safe drain the acid that is present in the batteries and its disposal and repurposing using other, and the particular battery framework, it can be used in another industrial processes. Okay, the waste fuel will be drained to a specific channel and the structure can be used for other industrial purposes. Okay, and centralized online extended producer responsibility portal has been developed for registration of producers and the recyclers, exchange of EPR certificates between the producer and the recyclers to fulfill the EPR obligations of the producer. Suppose the producer has taken the extended producer's responsibility and the another one who will recycle it will be the different individual. So on the portal, the EPR one, the producer, he have to mention the recycler, like this particular commodities are manufactured under his name, but he is passing on the responsibility to this group of individuals that they will recycle it. So all the information should be mentioned on the portal. Okay. Otherwise, what can government do? What they can seize their license. Okay, they can seize their license and they can confiscate their properties from where they are producing or manufacturing all these commodities. So these are specific measures under this direction. Now let's talk about, let's talk about certain data. So are you getting all these points? Anything you want to discuss? Anything you want to know? Should I proceed forward? Give me a thumbs up that the things are clear to you. Today's lecture is interesting. There's so many important news articles. There's so many important things that we are discussing today. So let's talk about the conservation of the Sundarbans. Sundarbans Delta, we talk about the Sundarbans Delta, Sundarbans mangrove ecosystem. Okay, we talk about the Indian State of Forest report where we discussed about the mangrove areas and the mangrove forest, and we need to take a lot of focus on this. हाँ, थोड़ा ऊपर से जा रहा है. You will get when you read it by yourself once again, or you will watch the lectures in 2x speed. You will get the points. Okay, and the things are quite easy. You might be not getting it now, but when you will do the second reading, you will get all the points. Okay. So, total mangrove cover in West Bengal, including the Sundarbans, as per the Indian State of Forest Report 2013 and Indian State of Forest Report 2023, like a gap of 10 years. So, it is just reflecting again of. So, we observe that the area under the Sundarbans Delta has increased, and it has increased by 22.16 square kilometer over the last decade. Now, this growth is because of the certain schemes, certain projects, or certain programs in this regard for the afforestation of the mangrove areas and for the eco restoration. So, they are Mishti and the Campa Manrega convergence programs. Okay. Very good. That is really good. Okay. So, government has implemented, so government has taken some promotional measures in this direction, some regulatory measures in this direction. Why? So that we can protect our mangroves, we can sustain them, they will be maintained, and we can augment the mangrove plantation nation. Okay. So, regulatory steps in this direction are coastal regulation zone notification, which have curbed destructive activities and promoted natural regeneration. So basically, what is under this? Okay, we had covered it before, that's why I'm mentioning it here again. See, under the coastal regulation zone notification, it is mentioned that if any specific group of individuals, they are targeting any mangrove area and they are doing the deforestation work there, felling of trees there. So uh, against of this, they have to replant or they have to afforest an area which is 3 times of the area they are uh, using for their personal purposes or the specific XYZ purposes. Okay, like एक के बदले में they have to give the 3 times of the land area for the afforestation under the coastal regulation zone notification. Okay, and why we are taking this regulatory steps so that this destructive activities will be reduced to a good extent and this natural regeneration of these mangrove forest areas will be promoted. While key promotional initiatives are conservation and management of mangroves and coral reef schemes, Mishti scheme is there, okay, which is implemented across all coastal states and union territories. Okay, another important point to address the so we observe that the mangrove areas, because of the human activities, they are getting a lot of salinization, erosion activities are there, other threats to the mangrove ecosystem, including the Royal Bengal tiger habitats, because Royal Bengal tiger habitats, Sundarbans is a good site for the Royal Bengal tigers. Huh? So if the mangrove forest will be destroyed, the tigers habitat will also be destroyed. So government in coordination with the state government of Bengal has implemented integrated coastal zone management project, which involve mangrove afforestation. Okay, the areas which are not having the tree, they should be afforested. And there's a need to strengthen the saline embankment. And there's a need to promote the alternate livelihood. The individuals who are living near to the areas and they are cutting the trees for earning their livelihood, there's a need to take specific measures. So we need to promote the alternate livelihood measures so that they will not look at this area to earn their livelihood. Okay, just give me a second. Now moving forward, so additional support comes from these projects, and Project Tiger is a Royal Bengal tiger under the Project Tiger, the Sundarbans Tiger Reserve, which includes anti-poaching camps, so that illegal poaching of the forest areas will not occur, and the poachers who are illegally killing the wild animals, they will not do. Okay, so there's a need to take specific initiatives so that our wild population will be protected and as well as our wild habitats also. If their habitats will be maintained, why the wild animal will move to your habitats now? we are observing a lot of issues of man-wild conflicts. Why? Because we are destroying or fragmenting their habitat. That's why they are moving to our habitats. If we'll not do this, they will not interfere in our life. So there's a need to maintain a balance between all this. Okay. So continuous monitoring. So how these mangroves will be conserved or will be maintained? We need to monitor the salinity of the water there, hydrological changes, shoreline erosion. Okay, and that will be in collaboration with national scientific institutions. Clear? And these are some extra points that you can read by yourself also. Yeah, so efforts are underway to expand. So we as a individuals, we are taking efforts in a specific manner so that we can expand the area under the mangrove. And what the measures that we are talking, we are afforesting the area, we are reforesting the area, and with that, forest department is taking the steps with collaboration with making collaborations with the local individuals. That is a joint forest management committees. Okay. Now let's talk about this news. So on 12th of August, we recognize 12th of August as a World Elephant Day. Okay. Tiger Day we know. World Lion Day is at Varda Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay. And on 12th of August was a World Elephant Day. Okay. And it was celebrated in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Okay. And during this celebration, the personalities who was there, so they were just a second, let's talk about the last point first. So, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, in collaboration with the Tamil Nadu Forest Department, organized a World Elephant Day there on 12th of August. Okay, and why we are recognizing these special days? To ensure, to strengthen measures to ensure their long-term survival, so that we can protect these population, these wildlife populations. Okay, to conserve these individuals on our planet Earth, right? And India is home to nearly 60% of the world's wild elephant, Asian elephant population, Asiatic elephant population is 60%. With 33 elephant reserves. How many elephant reserves we are having now? We are having 33 elephant reserves and 150 identified elephant corridors as per 2023 report on elephant corridors. Okay, so this is a recent report. Like we have the Asiatic lion census into May 2025, and this is the data from 2020. This one is a recent report in this regard. Okay. So as per this report, how many tiger reserves, how many elephant reserves we are having? We are having 33 elephant reserves. So how we can protect the population of elephants? We need a robust legal protection, strong institutional framework, and widespread public support. Okay, then only the wildlife population can be conserved. Okay, and elephants are accorded the status of national heritage animal and are deeply embedded in the countries. We have the mention of elephants in our country, like we visited the Udaipur city in the last, on the first week of August. There was in the city palace, we have the pictures of elephants there. Okay, in the ancient time, we have the wars and the specific events, or the Raja Maharajas also used to sit on the elephants, and that's a भ्रमण करते थे और पूरा जो भी उनकी प्रजा होती थी उसको एड्रेस करते थे, है ना? So elephants are mentioned in our tradition and the culture as well, right? Tamil Nadu, which is known for its biological and cultural richness, sustain a significant. So, if we talk about Tamil Nadu, why we are talking about Tamil Nadu here? Because it is having a good population of elephants, and that's how it plays a vital role in mitigating the human-elephant conflict. And who is the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change? Shri Bhupendra Yadav, who are present during that celebration. Okay, Union Minister of State Shri Kirti Vardhan Singh, and Minister for Forest and Khadi, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.S. Raja Kannapam. Okay, so these individuals were present during the celebration. And why this initiative was taken, why we are recognizing 11th of August as World Elephant Day. Okay, so it comes under the Project Elephant, basically to emphasize the community participation, that the communities who are living in close association with the areas where the elephant populations are found, they have to take a step ahead to protect this population. Okay, and there is a need to take some scientific approaches so that the conflicts that is occurring between the human population, the wildlife population, that can be addressed, that can be reduced. Okay, so this is one event. Now let's talk about the another news article. So recently we discussed about the seafood a lot in the last week news article. There also we talk about the seafood, and here also we are discussing about the seafood. Like we are trying, we are doing a lot of efforts so that our seafood will get a global recognition. Recently, UK had given us a good opportunity that we can export our seafood there with zero duty. है ना? Zero post duty. So let's talk about it. Union Minister Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh chairs Seafood Exporters Meet. So recently, Seafood Exporters Meet held where in New Delhi. So he addressed, so he was a chairperson of the meet, and he chart strategy to expand global market reach. Like what are the strategies that we can adopt so that we will become a global exporter of our seafood. Okay. So firstly, let's talk about the background. This is the data that you should learn by heart. You should not forget this data because you will definitely have question from this data in your examination. So what is our annual fish production? That is witnessed. That is, we have witnessed a significant growth of 104%, rising from, so in the fiscal year 2013-14, we have a annual fish production of 95.79 lakh tons. And in the fiscal year 2024-25, we have an annual growth of 195 lakh tons. Inland fisheries, aquaculture, they emerged out as a key contributor. Okay, and they are contributing 75% of the total production. And from this 75%, how much we are exporting? How much we had exported in the year 2023-24? 17.85 lakh metric tons. And the total value of these exports, like how much we earn after exporting this much of the seafood, so be 60,523.89 crore, which is equivalent to US dollar 7.38 billions. Important. Another important thing. So this represents a slight increase in export volume compared to 17.35 lakh tons in 2022-23. And the most significant item, the one item that we export from our seafood bucket is frozen shrimps. Okay, and it earned. So frozen shrimps help us to earn rupees 40,013.54 crore, accounting for 40.19% of the total export quantity. So frozen shrimp alone is contributing 40.19% of the total export commodity and 66.12% of the total earning in dollar terms. Okay, in 2023-24, India exported 7.16 lakh metric tons of frozen shrimps. Okay, and now let's talk about the recent news. Like let's talk about this meat, Seafood Exporters Meet 2025. So which particular ministry is associated with with the organization of this meet was Department of Fisheries under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and the Dairy. Okay, and it was organized in New Delhi, and these ministers were present during the meeting, and the meeting was attended by, okay, so this meeting was attended by Department of Commerce, MPEDA, which is associated with the export of, MPEDA is associated with the export of seafood. So it is must that MPEDA should be present there. National Fisheries Development Board, Export Inspection Council, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD, was also present there, and industry representatives and the progressive farmers, along with Fishery Department of the coastal states, the states which are major contributor in seafood, like the Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, and Gujarat. Okay. And the ongoing, so this ongoing government initiative being taken. So government is taking a lot of initiatives, a lot of steps to develop the fishery sector. Okay, so that includes the development of a single window system for better market linkages for all stakeholders. There's a need to strengthen the high seas and the exclusive economic zone fishing. upgrading infrastructure, all aimed at further bolstering the fishery sector. Okay, and PETA plays a very important role because it is the main organization that deals in it, like for export and development authority. Okay, marine. So it plays a role in navigating the tariff challenges faced by the industry and urged PETA along with state governments to conduct stakeholder consultation for accurate mapping of the statewide species will be occurred and the state specific exports will be taken. There's a need, for example, you're preparing for any competitive examination. I'm telling you very important thing here. See, whenever we talk about any competitive examination, you're preparing for NABARD, suppose, okay? And you're not knowing the A, B, C, D of the examination, okay? But you want to top in the examination. Is it possible for you to top the examination? Not at all. So what you do a lot of research about examination. Yeah, like you watch the videos about the exam pattern, about the syllabus, about the preparation strategies, and so many important things, so that you will know about the examination, and then you start a preparation. Similarly, if we want to boost this particular sector, we want to emerge out as a leader in the fishery sector, like we will be the global trader, or we will have a global position in seafood. So we need to. So that's why PETA and the other departments of the different states, they meet, they discuss like which particular state is specific in which particular seafood, so that we will take specific measures to boost the production of a specific seafood there. For example, we want to get good value in shrimp production, but that state is not having the suitable atmosphere for the shrimp production. Is it be possible for us to do the shrimp production there? No, because naturally it will not occur. And in an artificial manner, how much resources we will need to do it, right? So government will take specific measures, and this particular meet is to address all the challenges that the different states are facing in the production of the specific seafood commodity that they are best in. Okay. Similarly, you guys ask for personal mentorship. So what we do in the personal mentorship or the personal consultancy, we discuss your one-on-one challenges, like what is the problem that you are facing exactly in your preparations. Okay. So I think it is enough for today now. We discussed about a lot of things. We discussed about your personal incidences, personal events also, and I try to relate all the things together here. So there are so many important points, aspirants. Okay, you just need to go through this particular lecture of today. I had added all the events that happened in this week. There's so many important events happen. Okay, you can go through the PDF. You can connect with me on my Telegram, that is Varsha Ma'am. You can ask me any doubt or queries that you are facing during your preparations, and be the part of the batch, because your static portion should also be completed. Okay, you should not skip your static portion. I think there are total 59 slides in this presentation, and there are some topics that we are not able to cover it in today's session, so that you have to read by yourself. Okay, so for now I'm ending the session. We'll meet in the next class with the next important news articles. Okay, bye bye aspirants, take care.